Chapter 5 Season 3 is right around the corner, and we only have a little under 2 weeks left of this season. And on Tuesday, we actually have another mini update, and well, this will give us our first look at this season's mini event, and probably some crucial leaks and information about Season 3. Now, we already know quite a bit about Season 3. Like, we know the island is practically gonna be trashed, it's gonna have sand, and overall, it's gonna have a very post-apocalyptic vibe to it. But you see, you know the Oracle, she's actually been describing what Season 3 is gonna look like. The skies will blacken, storm clouds will gather, dust will choke. In which this is a very dark and interesting description of what Season 3 is gonna be. But without a doubt, the most interesting thing that the Oracle has said recently is,
"You have won a great victory for humanity, but your war has not yet begun. Storm clouds gather. The Wanderer draws near, even in the darkness."
Now, at the beginning, the Oracle practically said that our battle with Zeus was nothing. And what we're gonna be fighting next is gonna be a lot more serious and worse. But what or who are we gonna be standing against next? Well, the next thing that the Oracle says is, the Wanderer draws near. In which this one piece of dialogue sent people theorizing like crazy. The Oracle is hinting at someone coming to the island, and well, right now they are referred as the Wanderer. And well, it's genuinely most likely that this Wanderer person is gonna be an antagonist. And most likely an antagonist for Chapter 5 Season 3. And well, yeah, this antagonist is currently on their way to us. On the island right now, there are about 15 telescopes all pointing in the same direction, which is south. And while most of these telescopes belong to the Luminaries. And well, these telescopes are like at mini luminary huts. Also, you know the frogs that were getting married? Well, they had to pause their wedding to look out of this telescope and look in the same direction. But literally, there are telescopes everywhere on the southwest of the island. And well, they're all pointing at the same direction, but what are they looking at? Well, remember the Wanderer character I just mentioned? Well, all of these telescopes are looking out for this Wanderer. And while this Wanderer is on their way, and they'll soon be on the island in a few weeks. And they're gonna come from the south. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I find it interesting of why the Luminaries are back. Well, they have somewhat been on the island for a little while now, but now they're in action, and well, they're looking out for this Wanderer character. And well, you know what's crazy is that exactly last year, the Luminaries were looking out for these vines, which eventually led us into Wilds, but a year later, they're looking out for this Wanderer character. So the Luminaries led us into Season 3 last year, and well, they're gonna somewhat lead us into Season 3 this year. So that's actually crazy if you ask me, and well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually somewhat happy that the Luminaries are back. Well, back in the storyline at least, because I always thought that they were a pretty cool faction. But as of now, the Luminaries know what's coming. And well, they know about this Wanderer. And that's why most of them are looking out for this character right now. It's very unclear of what this Wanderer character wants and why they're coming to the island. There are many people saying that this Wanderer character is looking for the Pandora's box, in which I'm genuinely not sure about this. This is because I think Fortnite is gonna like switch it up a little bit, like make the season not really related to the Pandora's box at all. But again, genuinely, we don't know. And well, there's actually been quite a lot of speculations lately about this Pandora's box being related to this season's mini event. In which this does actually make sense in a way, because why would the mini event be about Zeus? Because we've defeated Zeus? In which this leads me to believe that I think this mini event will actually have something to do with the Wanderer. It's been confirmed that there will be lightning arcs in this mini event, and that these lightning arcs will come far from a distance and they will hit the island, leaving craters. Now, I think this is to do with the Wanderer, because if he can control storms and clouds like the Oracle described, then they will definitely be able to control lightning, and well, this will be our sign that they are near. So yeah, I think this mini event will be heavily connected to the Wanderer. Also, we were leaked where these lightning bolts are genuinely gonna leave craters, and well, 2 of these lightning bolts are gonna land on Pandora's box. So maybe this mini event will be all about the Wanderer destroying Pandora's box, and then this will probably let out hope. in which you know that the Pandora's box has to open twice, and well, as of now, it's only opened once. Well, the second time this box gets opened, it will let out the hope that is still remaining in there. And well, this hope will be our hope for defeating the Wanderer. But I don't know, obviously this is just a theory. Also, going back to where the Wanderer can control the lightning and the storm, as there is sand in the main key art for next season, could the Wanderer also be controlling the sand and will also be the cause of how the island is practically wiped out by all the sand? Now this would make sense, as the hourglasses are already destroyed and obviously no sand is coming out of it. This could probably make sense, or maybe this sand could come out of the Pandora's box. We genuinely don't know. But what we do know is that the mini event, the sand, and the Pandora's box in this season will somewhat be related all to the Wanderer. But speaking of the Wanderer, who actually is this Wanderer? Is it a completely new character, or is it like an old character? Well, there has been many theories going around the community about this. And well, by many, I mean quite a lot. There's a theory going around that this Wanderer character is like a corrupted version of a 7 member, in which I'm not sure about this. I'm genuinely not sure the 7 have any plans to return anytime soon. Some people think that it's got something to do with the triarchy, like maybe even the 3rd triarch that was missing. And also, a little theory that I developed is that maybe this Wanderer could be Triarch Nox, because his description literally is, wherever he walks, darkness falls. And it seems like that wherever the Wanderer goes, darkness follows him, and well, he generates darkness and makes things just more darker. And this could possibly even make sense as well, because the Luminaries have knowledge about Triarch Nox, but I'm not really sure about this, because when we found out the rest of his storyline in Chapter 4, Season 4, Last Resort, Triarch Nox didn't really ever intend to be like the villain, and well, he was just more of an explorer, if I have to be completely honest with you. But we genuinely don't know. It would fit for Nox, and it would develop his character a lot more, but nah, I don't think so. Some people think that the Wanderer could possibly be the Nothing as well. When we look back at Bites, he does have a style which is Wanderer. So maybe this Wanderer could actually be the Nothing. And well, this would have been teased all this time by Bites. And also in Chapter 3, Season 4, Paradise, Bites and the Nothing story was not completed. So there is a chance that we could get payoff for the Nothing next season. And well, this Nothing would be the Wanderer. Now, the final 2 people who I think that the Wanderer could possibly be are both related to the Luminaries, and I mean heavily related to the Luminaries. First, there is Trace, in which Trace's description is Wonder No More. Last season, there was an NPC named Dara, and well, she had some very weird and ominous dialogue. But when you went up to the Dara NPC with Trace, she would say, "You used to be a nomad. Why'd you give it up?" And well, a nomad is a person who does not stay long in the same place. A wanderer. Now, we only really know that Trace was with the Luminaries for a while just to help out Slone with the apparatus. And well, Trace is literally part of the Luminary Rebel set, so Trace wasn't always with the Luminaries. But it doesn't seem like that Trace is really a wanderer anymore, because 1, his description is Wonder No More, and 2, Dara said that he literally gave up being a nomad, which is literally a wanderer, so maybe Trace isn't actually the wanderer and maybe used to be like a wanderer. Also, I would say that Trace actually has the power to possibly be a wanderer as well. We don't really know much about him, but he does have some energy in his body, which makes him really powerful. And plus, the Luminaries know a lot about Trace, so if he was to be the Wanderer, then it wouldn't be surprising that the Luminaries are preparing for this. But someone that the Luminaries does actually have a lot of knowledge on is Slone. Yep, I think that Slone could possibly be the Wanderer, and well, you may think I'm absolutely crazy for this, but just hear me out. Okay, so you know how Slone was like the good guy last year? She was a bit of a protagonist, like towards the end of the chapter. But if you remember back in Fortnite OG, Slone went a bit crazy. Last year, Slone practically said that if Jones fails, she will destroy this reality out of spite. And well, in the end, Jones practically did fail his Big Bang mission. And well, after that, he landed on Helios, and well, he's a lot more different now, and well, we seriously haven't seen Slone ever since then. And it's also been confirmed that Jones is actually currently looking for Slone right now, and well, maybe Slone is actually looking for him as well. but just maybe not in a good way. I think that she's changed, and she's becoming more of an antagonist. And well, this isn't just because of her voice lines back in OG, but we are practically in somewhat of an alternate timeline, so I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Slone comes back, but like as a villain. And thanks to OG, she would be really unstable. Also, you're probably saying right now, how can Slone cause all of this dark skies and sand and stuff like that? Well, actually, if you look in the survey skins for Innovator Slone's original design, she had sand powers. And she also had another variant of her as well, which looks more ominous and a lot more villainous. So maybe Slone has gained powers and maybe she's a completely different person now, and well, she has like the power to cause darkened skies and literally turn the whole island into hell. And well, there was actually a pretty strong theory going around that Trace is the one that gave Slone some powers. And well, as the two of them were just both left there on Asteria, maybe Trace did actually give Slone some new powers, and maybe even the sand that was in the survey skins. Or maybe something else happened to her, we genuinely don't know, but I think that she has quite a good chance of being this Wanderer. As you know, the Luminaries do have a lot of knowledge on her, and it would actually kind of make sense. But remember, all of these guesses are just theories. Like, maybe this Wanderer is actually a completely new character. I would not be surprised if that was the case. And also, some people are predicting that the Wanderer isn't even going to be involved next season, and that they're going to be involved in the season after, which is season 4. In which I don't think this is the case, because I don't really think the Wanderer is gonna have like the same case as the Herald. But people think this because some people think that the Wanderer is Galactus, which I do not think this at all, I am sorry. But yeah, there are many theories for this Wanderer character, and well, we're just gonna have to wait and see who they really are. But what are your theories about the Wanderer? Let me know down in the comments.